take advantage, get a stop. So far, Trey Blair in the running game just a little bit too much. 13 seconds to go. Ball on the 16. Bucks looking to get through quarter number one without any first down. Five wide for the Forge. Got the defense spread out. Caruso wasn't ever thinking about throwing it. He's got a block. And there he goes again, all the way, 84-yard touchdown for Trey Blair. Well, the first quarter is over. 86 yards, 84 yards. Blair in the first quarter, about 160, 170 yards rushing. The defensive snafu still not worked out for the Bucks. Kick is up and good, and after one quarter of play, it is 29. So it's the break between quarters. Now, again, I'm going to remind you of a rule that exists in the PIAA where if one team gets up by 35 points, they start running the clock, which may not be a bad thing, and it may prove to be sooner rather than later. So Ford set to kick off from the 40. And it is Finley. Finley's got a lane. He's got to hit that hole. Finley going to run out of bounds at the 47-yard line. It's a good field position. He saw the big kick there, and he scattered out of bounds. They're blocking it. Bucks players are trying to get out of the ball. I'll tell you what, the band and cheer team, they're getting down.
They'll never get back. They have one return.
They still got the spirit. Mike Zane. Back to pass. He pumps once. He runs away. He avoids a tackle. He throws it up. And now, not probably the most catchable ball in the world, but Finley was knocked down, so they did throw a flag. Ford's coaches could probably successfully, well, not successfully, could probably argue that the ball wasn't catchable. And there's a coach over there just, with a 29-0 lead, he's 15 feet out of the field, just screaming and yelling. Perhaps he's got an early dinner date and wants to mercy rule this one. But I suppose all that fire, probably a result of being up 29-0. Refs mercifully did just drop the flag on the coach, meaning they just said, get back on your sideline. So they didn't give him a flag. First down nonetheless, 35-yard line. And
Nice,
Counter's picked up very nicely by the interior line. Finley down on the ground. He gets up slowly, and if you look at the size of number 77, it kind of makes sense. Big kid. Finley trots off. Harry Carpenter will stop. And he saw it all the way. He just got right through the line. Carpenter listed about 230 pounds, and he looks every bit of it. So Finley with the wind knocked out of him on the sidelines. It'll go back to Myers. Myers back near the original line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and long. Just a minute and change in. Zane rolls out this way, tipped, and will fall incomplete. It was intended for Whitdorf, but it was knocked down at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be fourth down, and what you would imagine would be fourth down territory. Burying Haverford back inside the 20-yard line. They didn't have much luck there, so I don't think field position really matters at this juncture. Blair's pretty much had his way. Zane to kick. So they are going to kick. He tries to angle it, and 27 line, so that punt will register as a 9-yard punt. Yes. So 10-10 to go.
To the weak side.
A good convention this time around on formation.
Who's the left tackle? In block number 6.
They keep the legs moving, so maybe you can closer to 8 when it's all said and done. Flag 2 flags in. Referees do them simultaneously, so we might see.
Mosley helmet came off? Or he just took?
I didn't see an egregious violation. Two players, two referees, just similar height. But if you're a Bucs fan, I think you'll take it. Haverford back to the 15-yard line.
All right, Harry's got an inside shade. We should be kicking out at 8.
Harry again, win. He breaks.
Oh, shit.
Makes a tackle. Off to the races. You wait and see if the saw at the ground. He comes. It was King Mosley not quick. It doesn't matter because you got all the way down to the 25. 60 on that carry. Center a good job running it down. Kurt McGrady may have just found the ankle leg. Spring track. They'll give him 59 officially.
We've knocked out like 43 ice.
It should be here. Down, kick out. this time it does go to wing inside the 25 to the 23. Stacked up nicely. So we're under 9. And again, another Ford's touchdown, regardless of the result of point after try, will be, they'll institute the mercy rule, and they'll keep the clock running basically for almost everything, unless they keep getting the score back within that 25-point margin. And back even this time to 24. They'll lose it. Blair, who hasn't had many carries, stopped around the line of scrimmage. Doesn't get much that time. They're down at 7 for having 23. Two wide receivers wide. And it'll be quarterback keeper again. Phillips will stop him at the 1 yard line. So Blair, another keeper. Good job by John Phillips staying with the play to bring it down to 1, but it'll be first and goal from there for Haverford. Stacks up with the eye formation. Another keeper, and they'll dive into the end zone for yet another touchdown. So Haverford, with Blair provide most of the offense, jumps out to a 35-0 lead. And really, at this point, you just hope that it gets a little bit better. At least kicker in. But again, it's certainly my understanding, even if it be in the first half, that they'll start to institute the running clock. It was points off the post, but it doesn't matter because that 2-point conversion earlier bought Haverford the opportunity to
make sure they kick it on this hatch, on the other hatch.
This one, and they did just that. So 35-0, 6:48 to go in the half.
Yo, tell me when to kick it on our side.
It looks like the Bucks band is getting ready to head out for their field show. And truth be told, I'm not sure if they're aware that there's a running clock because
anybody there? Anybody on the phones? Anybody on the phone? Anybody listening? Tell them we want to do it on this hatch, other hatch, people.
They haven't made their way down to the field yet. They're just kind of trickling down there, but they may have a lot less time than they think to get ready for the field show.
I mean, I really like this time. Especially in the city.
So Haverford set to kick off from the 40. You may have seen once or twice. This goes to one of the up men, Jeremiah Butts. He kicks it out to about the 26. Zane Company. So let's for not running the clock, so maybe they just do so in the second half. That could very well be the way it goes, or maybe they just And it's Myers tripped up. Had a hole closed up by that interior line once again, which has played really well in this game. We'll credit Sean Myers with 3 yards. This time Zane looks to pop. The pattern they ran a little bit earlier that was almost intercepted. This one goes to Witt, but it was through his hands. The clock will stop. It'll be 6 minutes even to go. Third down and 7. Ball out, first down carry on the sweep. It was nice to see the chains move. Nice to see Bucks be able to pick up that first down and keep the defense off the field for a little bit longer. Although, to be honest, this being high school football, it is pretty much the same guys. Zane will pump fake, is going to throw one deep. He's tripped up. And I guess you're going to call that contact incidental, and I think that's probably a good no call. Whittor singled up on the outside, and he tripped and fell, but I didn't see anything over there by the Haverford quarterback that would have made me as an official throw the flag. It looked like just their feet got tangled up. Player who's really been Mr. Everything for Haverford. They did throw a flag. I didn't see it. So my apologies for not seeing the laundry on the field. The Bucks have been the beneficiary of a couple of nice, pass interference penalties in this game, which has really been the bulk of their offense. 50-yard line will be the line of scrimmage. Zane got some protection, got some time, floats one up, intercepted. Blair with the pick.
Oh, no way! No way!
Threw it into double coverage. Now, they just said that Blair didn't come down with it. I thought he caught it. However, coaches thought he caught it. It sure looked like he had at least 1 foot in. Took a couple of steps with the ball. And those of you watching can just, rewind the footage if you want. Get a better look at it. I thought he caught it. And they're going to run a reverse to Fasaro. We'll wait to see if he can get some running room. Block, and he tries to cut back. Haverford wisely goes for the ball. Bring up 4th down and 3. We approach the 4-minute mark. Zane, a lot of pressure behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going nowhere.
Oh, they're throwing a penalty flag here for something.
Carpenter and a whole host of others grab him.
Yeah.
Wait and see. Haverford coaches seem to think there was a flag on the play again. I didn't see it.
No. I don't know what the call is yet. I don't know what he called. I was watching.
It was apparent from the get-go that this play was a busted play, as there was the interior line of Haverford just bum rushed Mike Zane, grabbed hold of him. I mean, unless they just called a face mask like one of the three guys that was there and grabbed Zane and threw him to the ground, I didn't see it as a malignant. It's been a little bit maybe touchy. And perhaps, deep down, maybe they're just trying to keep this one close. I have no idea. So the clock doesn't reflect, or the scoreboard clock doesn't reflect. It says 4th and 3. The ball's on the 40-yard line. The chain gang hasn't been moved. It's being played like it's 4th down. They get a first down. Mike Billups with the carry, which I guess I've seen it all. Mike Billups may be the new short yardage back. Usually the tackle, but he got the carry on that play. Billups will stay in at the fullback position. Billups again. Billups stays on his feet. Now, they blew the whistle, but Billups was on his feet. And I'll tell you one thing about Mike Billups. If there's one guy on that team, and there may be more than one, but if there's one guy on that team that's still playing hard, still fighting, it's Mike Billups. It may literally take the entire Haverford team to get him down. Dane. Looking for Witt. A little bit wide.
Why is the clock stopped? Why is the clock stopped? The clock, why is it stopped? It should be running. It's 35.
So 3rd down and 7. Zane, another pressure up the middle. He's just going to throw it away. Wisely so, as there just wasn't anybody for Zane to throw to. Nothing he could really do on that one. And listen, with Billups playing the fullback position now, you're also taking your best lineman out of the equation. So, I mean, when you talk about desperation moves, they've hit it. 4th down and 7. Ball spot at the 31-yard line. Bucks would love to get one in the end zone. So they'll put Billups back up on the offensive line. 4 wide receiver set. And they run a screen and just can't seem to get it out. They were looking for Phillips. But with Zane having to throw the ball so quickly, it was just wide of Phillips, so Bubba couldn't corral the ball, and they'll take over on downs. There's been a change at quarterback for Haverford. Trey Blair no longer in the game. Low snap.
Yeah, so he's not blind.
Wirt, plenty of room. On the low snap, it was picked up, and they still get all the way down to the 40, to the 37-yard line. The new quarterback, Andrew McGinnis, makes a nice play, keeping the ball alive and not falling on the ball, not making the mistake of putting his knee on the ground. Hands it off to Wirt, and he takes it a long way for another first down. Minute 32, minute 30 and counting. Back to him again. 10, 15 yards inside the 20 to the 18. Again, clock to stop. Haverford trying to get one more in the end zone. I mean, you would imagine with a pretty deep bench, Haverford's got a lot of players out there. You'll see a lot of backups in the second half. You would think of it. Jason Witt, third straight carry. Delays down to the 13. Down to the 12. Haverford to go without a huddle. Phillips gonna trot on, but then I guess they're not gonna get him onto the field. Waiting for the fourth straight time. Inside the 10.
He's tired. Get Shane in there if you want.
We go under 30 now. Timeout on the field. Haverford calls a timeout. So they're going to try and score another time before they get in. And that again will only make it so that it'd be more difficult for Interboro to get out of that mercy rule situation that they'll be in once the second half starts. So we'll give you kind of a rundown. Once the half starts, they will run the clock pretty much nonstop. There's a few exceptions, timeouts and stuff, where they will stop the clock, but could be a pretty rapid second half. With Haverford looking to try and punch one more in the end zone, up 35, and if there's any question about appropriateness or whatever, I think you can hold that off into the second half. I think all bets are off in the first half. I think you do whatever you can to get as many points as you can in the first half. They're calling timeouts with a minute left in the fourth quarter. They're up this many points. Maybe we have a different conversation. But right now, I think you give Haverford the benefit of the doubt. Let them try and score as much as they can. Well, McGinnis, the quarterback. They give Wint a little bit of a breather. Hands to him. He gets inside the 5.
Only 5.
They have time. We'll see if they call another timeout. So first down, they're going to keep running that clock. Went right up the middle for a touchdown. There's 6 straight carries for Wint.
All right, I'm coming down.
41-0. We got 9.6 seconds to go in the half. And another extra point in special teams play. Perhaps one play on the offensive side for the Bucks, and then it'll be halftime. Bucks fan will be here. McGinnis, the holder, picks it up. He's just going to throw it into the end zone, and incomplete. So 41-0 is your score. Strikes up with 9.6 seconds to go. So Bucks football certainly over the years have delivered a few beatings like this, and sometimes maybe it just ain't your year. Bucks at 0-3. Going to need a huge comeback in the second half, to say the least. We'll wait and see. Got a kickoff return once again. Bucks fans remain demonstrative. Down the line, it's Myers. He steps out of bounds. 3.3 to go. We'll see if they decide to run a play or just fall on the ball. The ball spot up to 46. Good field position. See if the Bucks decide to. The first team defense still in there for Howard. I think that's important. That's an important distinction to make. Trey Blair still be in on Whitworth, as they may try and throw the ball downfield. Zane steps up in the pocket, and no time to launch one. He'll get a couple yards on the carry, and that'll be it for the half. We'll be back for the second half. Forge 41, Bucks 0.